Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed is definitely a great racer. In fact, I've had more fun with it this last year than any recent Mario Kart, and there's so much content to find, it's insane. Sumo Digital really did a great job with the game, and I was really excited when they said they would have a mobile version in the works. Now today marks the day that the mobile version of the game finally hits Android and iOS, and I'm sure some of you are kinda skeptical about how it runs. I'm here to tell you that it's a really great game, and it runs very smoothly outside of the dreaded in-app purchases. Now Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed for the mobile may not have visuals on par with its console or PC counterparts, but it still looks pretty great. The frame rate is actually pretty smooth despite the slightly downgraded visuals, and I didn't have any trouble seeing where I was going or viewing objects at a distance. The sounds are all still there as well, and overall it's a great port job. In terms of the controls, All-Stars uses an auto-accelerate feature in addition to a drift button, a wheel for direction control, and a shot button which can be flicked forwards or backwards for throwing items in a specific path. Now racing games on mobile platforms can be hit or miss, but I have to say this is definitely a hit. The controls can get a bit finicky on some of the tougher tracks, but all in all it works really well. Thankfully, there's full controller support for the game, which is the icing on the cake. At this point, it's practically a 1-1 take on the console and PC version with all of the buttons mapped out like a normal controller. The only catch is that the current options for iOS are $99 for controllers. Still, this is just one more reason to pick up a gamepad to add to the file. Now in terms of new content, Shenmue's Ryo Hazuki is now part of the game using a comedic arcade cabinet racer that changes into different games depending on where he's racing, sailing, or flying. He's unlocked by way of completing multiple weekly challenges, which are interesting new ways to suck you into the game on a daily basis. There's also 4-player local racing and time trials you should want to play with friends, including mild social features. But all that glitters isn't gold, as this game has a high amount of in-app purchases. Let me break it down. So the base game is $4.99, which is actually a good deal for all the content you're getting from the original version. Most of the characters in the game can be unlocked legit, but a few have been deemed early access. Metal Sonic and Ralph as a pair, and Shadow and Knuckles as a pair, which you can purchase for $4.99 each. So if you can deal with not playing with these characters for now, that's not so bad. But then you also have the currency system, because in the original, you could use a fun small-time currency to spin a slot machine before a match and get minor bonuses. In the mobile version, you can do that via rings, but you also have to use rings to enter events beyond easy modes such as medium, hard, and expert, the latter of which takes stars, the other currency. Each round, you'll earn enough to play a medium or hard level depending on your performance, but it's still a pretty odd system that feels limiting. If you want to basically unlock the entire game, you'll have to play for $9.99 to race for free unlimited. Now it's possible to sidestep the in-app purchases completely if you don't care about having everything unlocked and just sit tight and eventually clear the campaign and the Grand Prix mode. You may have to race a few maps more than once, just like before, to get more coins to unlock higher difficulties, but it is possible. The only annoying thing for me is that you have to pay for stars in-game to use a superstar power-up, which just really feels mean. It would have been nice to just pay $90.99 total to unlock everything and be done with it. I really hope Sega changes its mind eventually and updates the game because it's such a good port that it would feel wasted with colossal amounts of add-on purchases. Anyways, besides that, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed is a great game that's still great on iOS and Android. I'd consider it an achievement that it's so faithfully restored on the platform, and controller support is a welcome addition. It just needs to dial down its IAP before it can be taken seriously. Let me know what you think of this game in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!